The MD needs to know what your role is and what your value is, but you need to kind of know what your role is and what you bring to the table. It's not that there's a hierarchy. I mean, medicine is shifting away from that old school, right?
Yeah.
Attending,
right.
down.
You're the doctor and I'm the assistant. Like, fortunately, we are getting away from that. It's not quite as old school as it used to be, but in some places it can be.
Yeah, so. But that team-based approach is where we're going. The PAs, NPs, MDs, PTs, all these people that have specific skill sets that they've trained so long for that they bring value. But knowing, okay, I'm still the PA, right?
Right.
I feel like sometimes I remember when I was new, for example, you kind of come out jacked up,
gung-ho,
just ready to go. And you're excited and it's great. And you think not more than but you just want to.
You're excited to be there.
Yeah, you're excited to be there.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the right thing to do, or I don't
disagree with that.
Correct.
That treatment or
and
that.
I remember you and me sitting down when I was new and having some of those conversations, and I remember you specifically saying, at the end of the day, they're your boss. At the end of the day, they're the doctor. And it's like, okay, I think that is a gut check, self-awareness thing that takes a little bit of time, but it's important in that relationship that if you can go into the job knowing, you know what, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to, show them how valuable I am, but still humble enough to be like, but I'm still but I'm still the PA. Like, right. I'm still the physician assistant. I'm not the physician. Sets you up to succeed sooner and sets up a better relationship where they don't think this kid thinks they know more than they do, or they don't know their role.
Yeah, when you as a new grad, if you come in, let's be real, you don't know everything right away. PA school is family practice oriented, so if you, regardless of how you did in school, you do not come out knowing everything. So if you get to your first day of work and you're like, I'm on equal playing field with everybody, you sometimes can come off as a know-it-all or somebody who doesn't know where their place is. And I don't mean that in a condescending way. I mean it in a, you just don't want to overstep your bounds right away. Eventually you can, but you just have to remember, like, okay, at the end of the day, I don't get to make the ultimate decision. If I say one thing and they say another, let's say it's pain meds, I'm going to give them this. And they're like, nope, I like to give this one. Okay. You can certainly explain why you want to do what you're doing, but at the end of the day, they get to make that call, and that's fine. It's totally fine. But have a spirited discussion about it is key. If it's, you're getting yelled at, that's not a good relationship.
Yeah. I think one last thing maybe to feel out in your interview or when you're starting is personality differences.
Right. Yeah. That's a good one.
Some people just aren't going to get along, right? There's type A's, and I think most PAs, in at least my class, I thought I was type A until I found out there's a lot of people that are way more type A, but there's
certain people. I can't imagine who that would be.
There is, I think, just in general, people that click and people that don't.
Yeah.
And we're lucky enough to work in a practice where there's multiple physicians of multiple types of personalities. So you kind of get a mix. But especially if you're in a practice where it's you and one doctor, or you and two doctors, and your personality doesn't click with them, and you get a vibe in the interview like, man, I don't know. I just don't know if this is. I like to crack jokes, and you clearly do not. Like, that might be a sign.
I feel like Garner's heard that before.
I had a family practice attending that was German, and stoic as could be, did not laugh at a single joke in 6 weeks. And I was like, and that is someone that would not be a good fit for me. So I think it's just something to be aware of. Like,
sure.
What kind of personality are you? What kind of personality do you kind of think they are? And is it going to be a good fit, or is it going to be awkward all the time?
Yeah.
So
here's a question for you. What if you have to stay in your city and there's only one job available, and you've picked up on a couple things that we've talked about, what do you do?
Man, that's a good question. I think there's something to say for experience to some extent. I don't want people to ever undervalue themselves at all. I think obviously right now with COVID and job markets being strange and things, we hear a lot of students that say, there's nothing out there, but I need to start paying, student loans, or I have a mortgage. My wife's working 2 jobs. My husband's working 2 jobs while I'm at school. I don't know. I think everyone's a little different, but I think you can do anything temporarily, but I think it's vitally important to know these things we're talking about and know, okay, I'm going to give it a good shot here. But at the end of the day, if this relationship isn't great, then it's okay to work hard, put some time in. When things change, exit on a good note.